Hi, I'm Heyzeus, and this is an update on the ongoing trading drama. There's quite a bit of news coming out about a fresh wave of bans, so I thought I'd do a video on it. I'm also giving away a factory new StatTrack AUP on Hitachi, so check the link in the description if you want to enter that. But anyway, with these trading bans, the picture isn't 100% clear at the moment. One of the problems with this topic is that we don't have a news outlet that gives out verified information. Instead, we have Reddit threads with all sorts of hearsay and rumor spreading and stuff like that, people being hyperbolic. I mean, there's discussion topics popping up like this, and these sorts of topics generate more heat than light. I'm not suggesting that the people posting them are trying to stir fear either. I think they're genuine, but I don't think it causes anything other than confusion really. So I wanted to try and give as level-headed an assessment as I possibly can. So a lot of this information is coming out via the CSGO trading subreddit, particularly this thread here. The OP is reporting that he's heard about 8 different gambling sites having their bots banned, and also McSkillet getting trade banned, which we'll get back to soon. Now, it's hard to draw any real conclusions about just how big this ban wave is. A couple of the reports this guy's gotten might be wrong, but there's also probably sites that have been banned that we haven't heard about. So Valve is obviously banning stuff like this all the time, but as far as I'm aware, this seems to be the biggest ban wave they've done so far, and its timing right after the 7-day trade cooldown was introduced is unlikely to be a coincidence. That doesn't automatically explain why the trading cooldown would be necessary though. Valve could ban any of these bots, any of these people, whenever they want. My thoughts are though that maybe the trade ban is intended as a method to pin some of these people down, pin some of the bots down, more importantly, so that banning them can actually do a bit more damage. It's not just possible anymore to just move stuff out of the bots as soon as you get them, so the people trying to run these sites are left a lot more exposed. They can't just set up a few more bots and be good to go. Valve can actually hurt them a lot more. And this would fit with the explanation that Valve gave us for the changes. They weren't intending to stop your average scammer, they were always aiming to target bots with this. And this looks like what we're seeing. Now, does that mean Valve is going to reverse it once they're done with the banning? Personally, I don't think so unless there's really intense community pressure. Gambling sites are going to pop up as soon as they back off with the bot bans, so I think they're going to want to keep it as an active tool in case they want to go back and take out some more bots. Now, as for where all this might lead, there's a lot of talk about whether CS.MONEY and OP skins might be getting bad. Valve are acting like they have no mercy, after all, so I'll give my thoughts on both of these sites. First of all, I'll talk about CS.MONEY. There's a lot of opinions about this site. Some people think they're going to be banned. Some people think it's really dodgy that they haven't been banned already. Some people think it'd be a travesty if they were banned. Now, I don't think they are going to be banned. Their business model might be screwed up by this change, but I don't think there is any prospect of their bots getting banned at all. And here's why. Valve has had legally questionable gambling sites using their bots and skins for years. There's been scandals, there's been media interest. At one point, the Washington Gambling Commission got involved and told them to stop this from going on. Minors are using these websites to gamble. This is not a good look for Valve. But after all that, years on, there is still heaps of these gambling sites. Valve doesn't want to have to shut them down. They don't want to deal with this. And everything they've done so far has amounted to a slap on the wrist for the people running these gambling sites. It looks like they might be trying a bit harder now. Who knows why? But considering what's been going on and how bad all this looks for Valve, the lack of action on their part against actual gambling sites has been stunning. CS.MONEY does not generate any of this bad press for Valve. None at all. All this price fixing stuff, it's purely an issue within the community. No one is publishing articles in mainstream media outlets about CS.MONEY fixing prices, and they're not going to. Valve has been forced into action on gambling sites because of an assortment of legal, ethical, media and business pressures. CS.MONEY doesn't create any of these for Valve. They're not getting their bots banned. Their business model may go down as collateral due to the trading change, but if Valve wanted to ban their bots, it would have happened a long time ago. Now, I know some people are probably thinking that I've missed the point, and that by shutting these sites down, Valve can get more transactions on the Steam community market, and therefore more Steam sales tax. My response to that is also that if they wanted to do it, they would have done it ages ago. What's happening at the moment fits very nicely as part of Valve's long-run campaign against gambling sites. Obviously, up until a couple of days ago, it has been a very low-level campaign run by an indifferent commander, and they've only just ramped it up. But if they had a policy of trying to get rid of third-party middlemen to increase the amount of sales tax they get on the community market, I have never seen any evidence of it. Every single place that has been trade banned so far has had some sort of gambling or case opening on their website, and that includes SkinsJar, which was the notable trading site which got shut down. OP Skins actually had a case opening feature for a while. If Valve wanted to get rid of them, they'd have had the perfect excuse, but they didn't. So I don't think there's any chance Valve is going to shut down trading sites to increase the number of transactions on their own sales platform, and for the same reason, I don't think OP Skins is in any danger of having its bots banned. Next up, I'm sure people noticed I mentioned McSkillet getting trade banned. I'll stick allegedly up there in big bold letters because I haven't been able to get 100% definitive proof, although the evidence has been stacking up. And if you're wondering why I'm being cautious here, the thing is, if I talk about unnamed gambling sites getting their bots banned, it's very hard for someone to prove me wrong because it's not public which site they are. It's very easy, on the other hand, for McSkillet to show that he's not trade banned. Now, so far, he's been quiet on the matter. That could be a sign that it's true. If there was a false rumour going around that I was trade banned, I'd be pretty quick to say something about it. But there's also a ton of other possible explanations for why he hasn't said anything. He might not even care. So, since I'm talking about a specific individual here, I'm just going to be a bit more careful about what I say. First of all, the ban that he supposedly received is a shadow ban. Now, Valve reserves these for gambling bots and gambling related stuff. You don't see these pop up on people's profiles. They are very real, and if McSkillet was given a trade ban for his role in his gambling site, that is exactly what you'd expect. What I'm going to talk about though, isn't the next trade banned inventory video that McSkillet is going to be doing. It's going to be a cracker though. What I'm actually going to talk about is the implications of Valve banning people associated with gambling sites and how far it could go. I don't think this is actually a new thing. I don't have any hard evidence of that, just rumours and hearsay, but I'm under the impression Valve has been sticking these bans on people who run gambling sites for a while now. I have actually seen a couple of people suggest that McSkillet was actually trade banned for weeks, although I'd need to see some actual evidence of that. He is a pretty big name, and you really would have thought something like that would come up sooner if someone had noticed it. But anyway, of more interest is how far Valve is likely to go with these sorts of bans. It's understandable that they might be going after the owners of gambling sites, trying to freeze some of their profits, stuff like that. But the more interesting question is whether or not they're going to start going after people who simply promote gambling sites. Personally, I don't think they are, and if they did, I think it would be an awful idea. Because first of all, a lot of the big promoters of gambling sites are professional players, and trade banning professional players for supporting gambling sites would generate quite a bit of negative attention, and probably media coverage too. Very bad look for CSGO as an esport. It's best if that didn't happen. Now, they could avoid going after professional players and just focus on YouTubers and streamers, which would also be a very bad look for Valve. They'd be accused of being massive hypocrites with an enormous double standard. Not as bad as, banning professional players, but still not good. So, assuming Valve has a bit of sense, I don't think these bans are likely to be too extensive. I think they're going to be restricted to a few gambling site owners, although it will be interesting to see where things end up. So, that's all I really have to add on this topic for now. There will definitely be more to talk about in the future, I'm sure though, but anyway, thanks for watching. I'm Heyzeus. See ya.